The Nintendo Switch 2, one of the newest announced consoles from Nintendo, and it has a pretty big price tag. And at $450, all you get is just the console, the dock, pretty normal. For $50 extra, you get Mario Kart World. And it's been going. It's a big talk. There's a big division of people who are saying, "Hey, $450 is worth it. You should just buy it." And there's people saying, "Don't buy the Switch 2. It's too expensive. You're gonna show Nintendo to lower down their prices. They can't be taking money from us." But I'm here today to tell you all about the facts about the Switch 2, the good and the bad. I'm not here to convince you whether to or to not get it. I'm here to just state what is Switch 2. Okay, so we know the Switch 2 is going to be releasing June 5th. And, base console is just $450, $500 for the bundle with Mario Kart World. And all in all, we all know it's expensive. Even if you're well off or you're not well off, we all know that's a pretty hefty price to ask for a handheld. That's almost the same price as a PS5, a little bit above an Xbox Series S, right? So one of the main selling points is 120 FPS. It's got higher graphics, can display HDR just on the screen itself, and it's a lot, and although it may be good, it's just sometimes it's not that good for some people. And you're buying the Nintendo Switch not because of its power, you're buying the Nintendo Switch because of its exclusive. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, Switch 2 is gonna be the best console ever. No, it's gonna be the worst running of all of them, mainly just because it's a handheld. I do believe that Nintendo could make a good looking console in graphics wise if it was a console, not a handheld. So with that being said, obviously, if you want something with power, do not buy the Nintendo Switch. You are buying the Nintendo Switch because of its portability. And the thing is, though, some of those people talking about Donkey Kong Bonanza, Mario Kart World, new Metroid game. That's all gonna be good, man. But then you see all the price tags. I mean, $80 just for the game. I mean, let's say you do have $500 and you do want Mario Kart World, but you just want to collect it physical. You're gonna have to spend $30 more instead of paying $50 because you want just to feel the game, I guess, Nobody's gonna want to do that. Everyone's gonna be like, hey, I want to have this thing. I don't want it for $8. And Nintendo has a system where, hey, we're gonna price it what we think it is. No game, not even for the PS5, or one of the most well-bought consoles, is gonna be $80 for a game. It's just that is one of the main reasons why people are complaining about the Switch 2. But what games will you be getting on the Switch 2? That's more questions. So let's talk about Mario Kart, right? First open world Mario Kart game. Everyone's talking about it, especially the price tag. Baseline, just the game, $80. Right? Yeah. I don't have $80 laying around. Some people have $60, $70 laying around. Nobody has $80. Nobody's gonna spend $80. Spider-Man 2, one of the most popular games for Spider-Man, owned by Sony, a multi-million, maybe billion-dollar company, sold Spider-Man 2 for $70. You're telling me Nintendo thinks they can sell Mario Kart World $80? They can just drive around that's what some people are thinking, right? That's what negatively people are thinking. But then some other people are thinking, hey, it's a new console. It's going to be out on release. You can play it with your friends. It's going to be first open world Mario Kart game. It's going to have a ton of courses, new outfits. That's the division between people. They're like, hey, don't buy Mario Kart 8. Everyone else is saying, hey, buy Mario Kart 8. It'll be fun. So I'm going to just list out the facts, right? Okay, number one, game's $8, right? Okay. But it is open world, right? We have seen 15 minutes of it via Nintendo Direct, probably over maybe 20 minutes of footage there is of Mario Kart World. And some people are just saying something exciting. I mean, imagine you're just driving around for 20 minutes straight, just nothing, just sand or grass or whatever. You see nothing there, and you're just thinking, I paid $8 for this game, and I'm getting nothing right now. That's what people are complaining about. That's going to happen. And honestly, I understand it. Everyone does. It's just, but what are you supposed to do in open world? Obviously there's going to be grass, go out, if you go outside of your world, there's going to be grass. You feel me? So honestly, that's the thing I feel I don't understand it. Like, would you want a really compact world where you can not really move around? You're in a car. You need to move around when you're in a car. How are you going to move around if you're just, everything is something there, you're blocking your path? Like, that's the thing. That's what I'm complaining about. I think, personally, do I think Mario Kart 8 and 9 is worth $8? No, I don't know. I think maybe 70. That would be more of a reasonable price considering the game graphic increase, but just not the price is really doing for me. Will I run the game? Yes. Will I buy it with a bundle? I don't know. I think about that. But that is my take on Mario Kart. I personally think it's not worth $80, but I do think it can be a fun game. And if you really feel that you want it, either just buy the bundle for $50 extra, or just buy the game separately. It seems like a really fun game. I think it's gonna be fun to play around with other people, especially the courses. But the whole thing is gonna be fun, right? But I understand if others say you probably shouldn't buy it because of the price tag. But if we're just knocking out the price tag, which we can't really do that in anything, it's a good game. So I would personally buy it if you really so desire to, but you don't always have to. I think you can play Switch 2 and enjoy it without maybe Mario Kart. Now let's talk about Donkey Kong Bonanza. That is one of the first Donkey Kong games over 20 years to come out. It is 3D. And we all saw it. We all thought it was exciting, and honestly, it does seem pretty exciting. I think the $70 price tag is not even that bad. I mean, you can terraform practically the entire world, right? And you have a little rock buddy. I don't know its name. I don't think the name has even been released yet. But it does seem that Donkey Kong Bonanza will be something that will definitely use all of the Nintendo Switch 2 hardware it can and use it in its best way possible. It will definitely be I feel like it could be the beginning of the year, honestly. It kind of gives off an Astrobot kind of look to it. The new Donkey Kong redesign, it's a little goofy looking, but I kind of mess with it, I think, the Donkey Kong we have right now is a little creepy with his little smile, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with either design, They're all good. I mess with Donkey Kong. So overall, $70 for a game, it's not even that bad for Donkey Kong Bonanza. Now let's talk about Metroid Prime 4. Many Metroid fans have been waiting for it for a very long time. It has been announced, delayed, the whole thing. It has been in development hell. But now we have finally gotten a look at it. We know it's going to come out later this year. And everyone's hyped for it. Everyone's thinking, hey, this is going to be something that's fun, And it's getting a dual release too. It's going to release on par with the Switch 1 and Switch 2 at the same time. And everyone's thinking, okay, why don't I just get a Switch or, keep my old Switch and just buy Metroid Prime there, I can play wherever. If I can play on my Switch, why would I need a Switch 2 for that? And that you're right. It's the same game, but if you're really paying attention to graphics, the Switch 2 will be like 100 times better. I mean, first of all, just the gimmicks too, mouse controls on the Switch 2, that works for Metroid Prime 4. You can use it to aim, I believe. We saw the Nintendo demo for it. And it looks amazing on it. There's the 4K mode and there's the 1080p mode. I think 1080p runs at like 120 FPS, and then the 4K mode runs at 60. I don't know, I'll put it on the screen. And overall, it does seem like a pretty good match if you really are worried about like graphics wise and loading time. Everything's gonna be 100 times better if you have the Switch 2 and buy Metroid Prime 4. I'm not saying you need to buy the Switch 2 immediately for Metroid Prime 4. I'm just saying, if you are thinking, hey, do I want Metroid Prime 4 to be in a great state, then you're gonna want Switch 2, honestly. It's really worth it at that point. I mean, you get, like, good graphics and all of the stuff. It's amazing. Now let's talk about the upgrade packs. This is gonna be the last time we talk about in this video. But the upgrade packs is essentially when you use an emulator and you boost up the graphics mode. I mean, it is just amazing. I think all the games most games are probably gonna run at like 120 FPS on it, and it looks really good so far. I mean, we've seen games that are gonna be like dual releasing, and games like Legend of Zelda use the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. It looks amazing on there. I mean, you can just tell the difference side by side, honestly. There are some games like, oh, hey, I can't really see the difference, but I guess it's worth it, but it's technically better. This, you can 100% see the difference. I mean, I think they show, like, one of the laggiest places in The Legend of Zelda. I haven't played it, I heard it. And it looks amazing on it. It makes me want to play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I haven't played it, but it looks interesting. And, some people are thinking it's going to be expensive just because they're charging for some of them. Some of them, big sum, because what they're gonna do is, let's say, it comes like DLC, right? Yeah. Let's say like the Kirby game, it comes to DLC, right? Like, you have to buy the Switch 2 upgrade pack if you want the graphics improved. Even if you don't want the DLC, you're gonna have to pay, I think it's like $20 just for the upgrade pack. So that's one of the main reasons there. But they're putting games with the upgrade pack for free, like Mario Odyssey and the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet games. Just, it depends on what comes with the upgrade. If it's just graphics wise, it's gonna be free. If it comes with like a DLC or something, then it's probably gonna be just fine. Although the Legend of Zelda games, they do not have DLC with them. They come with Switch 2 game features, I guess, on the phone. I don't really think that's really worth it, but I do think graphics will be nice and it will be worth your money spending on it, right? That is basically it for today. I don't know, I haven't made a video in a long time just because I never really thought about it, and I was thinking about making this video, so made it. Thank you for watching to the end. Please watch my other videos if you think they're interesting. Some of them are mainly tutorials, but I just find them interesting to me, in my opinion. And if you want to subscribe, that would be nice too. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers, and I'll see you later. Bye.